What's going on? This is Steve B, aka Burke Nasty 54 Comics. This is my live stream. I'm going to talk about what I collect, how I collect, talk about some of the books that I picked up this week, and going to unbox some grails. I'm going to wait here a little bit, see if anyone else joins. This is probably going to the exact same video I did on my Instagram yesterday. So we'll see if anyone else joins here shortly. If not, I'll just try to do this real quickly. This is my first YouTube video on comics. I was tagged by John's Comics with Friends, or John's Comics with Kids. His link is in the description, I believe. I'll put it in there. He tagged me about how I collect, what I collect, all that kind of good stuff. So I'll be talking about that here shortly. A little bit about me. I'm 31. I'm a teacher. I'm a big Batman, Flash, Power Rangers fan. Ninja Turtles, all that stuff. Big fan. Started collecting January of 2016. I was at work one time, and I'm going to try to turn the volume up here. Let's see if this helps. I was at work one time, and I was on Yahoo, and this is in January of 2016, and I saw an article about a new Power Rangers comic coming out and Ninja Turtles Batman crossover and how well it was doing. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go over to the comic book store here in town and see if they have them. And they did. So I was able to pick those up. Here is Power Rangers issue 0. I had signed by JDF. Cool dude. Signed a couple of my books, but this is the only one I still have, actually. Pretty sick. I actually had a photo taken with him as well. Like I said, I also wanted to pick up Batman Ninja Turtles crossover, so I was able to pick that up. This is number 1. I have the whole set now, but this is in January of 2016. I ended up having it signed by Freddie Williams. Pretty sick copy. Yeah, I got the full run. It's really good. Yeah, so a little bit about collecting. I said I started collecting in January of 2016, but when I was a kid, when I was a kid is when I first started reading comic books. We would go to Food for Less here in town, here in Manhattan, Kansas. My mom would take me, and I would sit in the grocery aisle and read some comics while my mom was shopping. And the first comic that I ever remember reading was Batman 497, where Bane breaks Batman's back. And I actually obviously have a copy of that now and have it slabbed. It's CGC 9.6. Pretty sick book. Probably one of my favorite books of all time because, like I said, it's the first book I remember reading as a kid. I don't even know if I read it. I probably just looked at the pictures, you know. But yeah, really like this book. It's one of my favorites for sure. So, oh, hey, someone joined. What's up? Just talking about my first comic book I ever remember reading, Batman 497, where Bane breaks Batman's back. So, so I'm supposed to talk about what I collect and how I collect. I collect things from my childhood, things that interest me, and I don't really care if anyone thinks I'm an idiot or anyone likes me. Yeah, it is a great book. What's up, TJ Watson? Yeah, so here's the things you missed. I'm sure you saw in my live stream yesterday. This is one of the first books I picked up when I first started collecting again, or collecting at all. Batman Ninja Turtles number 1, signed by Freddie Williams. I had him sign it early, February of last year. Power Rangers issue 0. I had that signed by JDF, and I had a picture taken with him as well. Um, what I was saying was that Batman 497 is the first comic book I ever remember reading as a kid. Um, love this book, so I had to have it slabbed. Um, so, like I said, what I collect and how I collect, I just collect things that interest me, things from my childhood. I love Batman. The animated series was awesome. Um, my favorite villain in that TV show was the Scarecrow. I thought it was so cool. Um, and I love Ninja Turtles. Obviously, love the TV show and Power Rangers. I love the X-Men TV show of Gambit. I thought he was Gambit and Wolverine, two of my favorites for sure. I have a couple of those books that I'll do at a later time. But like I said, I just collect things that I like, that interest me. Um, I don't really care what anyone thinks. I don't care if it's a big book or not. I like reading them. I feel like reading in this day and age is really important. And for me, what better way to do that than read comic books? So let me talk about the books that I picked up this week from my LCS. I have Flash 61 variants. I have all the Flash books from this current Rebirth run. I love it all. Williamson's done a really good job with Flash, I feel like, for the most part. I'm really enjoying it. And then the other book that I picked up was Heroes in Crisis number 4. This is the variant with Aquaman's hand. Really liking Heroes in Crisis. It's pretty cool. Tom King's done a really good job, I feel like. He's done a really good job on Batman. I got to meet him earlier this year. He was really cool. He asked me what I wanted to see in Batman coming up, which I thought was awesome. I don't feel like every writer is going to do that at a con, but he was really like super cool to talk to. He was asking what I want to see coming up. He took a picture with me. He was just real cool, like a chill dude, someone you definitely want to hang out with. And so he's done a really good job on Heroes in Crisis. So like you can see from my shirt, big Batman fan. So all the books that I'm unboxing here are Batman books. I just ordered another copy of Batman #1 for the New 52. So now I'm gonna have with these books that I'm about to show you, I'll have a full reader's run of Batman New 52. I have Batman 29, 30, 31. So now I have all Batman 0 through 52 plus all the annuals. So I'm pretty stoked on that. I've only got to read through issue like 20. So now that I have the rest of the books, I'm going to be able to just fly through them. Hopefully I can do that in the next couple of days. Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday, but outside of that, I think I'm going to have time to read all the books this weekend. I've really, really liked Scott Snyder so far of what I've seen. The Court of Owls is one of the best storylines of all time. I'll probably do a video on my favorite Batman storylines and Batman writers because I just absolutely love Batman. So I'll probably be doing that in the future. Okay, let's get to these bigger books here. So, like I said, there's 3 of them. I was able those 3 books here, and the ones I'm about to show you, I got them all from a dude on Facebook. He was selling his whole collection. He had like 6,000 comics, mostly Batman stuff, and I just happened to find it. It's one of those lessons where it's really important to make sure you are keeping your eyes open. And like, even though you're like, hey, I just checked eBay the other day, or I checked Facebook or Craigslist or an app, and you're like, I didn't see anything, or there's nothing caught my eye. You need to make sure you keep checking it every day, because I was able to find this. There was another guy that was selling the ASM 300, and within hours, I messaged him. Within hours, he had already sold the book. So it's important to keep your eyes open and looking for stuff. Just keep hunting for those books. Okay, here we go. So this first book I'm going to show you is really, really nice grade copy. I'd say it's near mint. It needs a press after reading it. I've noticed there's some non-color breaking spine ticks, and then there's one color breaking spine tick. But I still think It'll probably be a 9.6 or higher. Batman 386, the first appearance of the Black Mask. It's actually a really good read. I did not realize like the full backstory on the Black Mask. I mean, I've read several books where he's in it, but I had no idea how it started. I don't know if you've read it or not, but it starts with um, this guy named Roman, and he's I'll try to give you a shortened version, but basically he's in his family's got a lot of money. He's kind of messed up in the head, as they all are if they're villains. Yeah, thanks, nice, yeah. And he owns like a um, makeup company that kind of like messes up, like one of the things messes up people's faces, and he's really into masks, and so that he uses the he finds a mask plus this makeup to make himself the Black Mask and do all these different crimes. It's really cool. Really enjoyed the read. Like I said, it's a really nice copy. I'm probably gonna have it um, pressed and graded because I really think it'd probably be a 9.6, maybe even higher. I'd be sad if it wasn't for sure. Either way, super clean copy. These next two, pretty stoked on, but they're not very high grade books. This is the first. This is Batman 171, the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. Um, the cover is detached, and as you can see, there's things missing on the bottom, and the side is all messed up. This is probably like a 1.0, or I don't even know how they grade this low without a cover. Maybe even worse. Who knows? I may or may not get this slabbed. I just think it look. I just always think books look good when they're slabbed. Maybe I'll sell it and get a higher grade. But regardless, this particular issue is a grail for me. But whether or not I keep this one or upgrade to a nicer book, um, it's a grail for me. It was a really good read, really interesting. I feel bad for saying this, but I really thought this was like the first full appearance. Thank you. Yeah, it is still a great book. The Riddler, didn't realize that he had an appearance in Detective Comics 140 before this, but overall, it's a really good book. I enjoyed reading it this morning, actually a lot more than I thought I would. I don't really I really don't enjoy reading older books, but this one was really good. I really enjoyed it. All right, and this last book, it's a pretty decent copy for how old it is, but it's missing. Here, I'll just show it. Batman 181, first appearance of Poison Ivy. It's missing the pinup in the middle, which affects the second story because there's actually like two stories in here. That only the first story is Poison Ivy. The second story is about someone else who's famous, and it's whatever. The Poison Ivy part was good to read. The second part was okay, but the Poison Ivy part was good. I wish it had the pinup. As you can, like, I don't know if you can see it, but like the cover is still attached, but the staples are kind of messed up and corners messed up. So it's probably like a 2, maybe a 3. I don't know. But I really like having this book. This is another grail for me. I just love this cover. It came in with like the side kind of messed up, where like this part right, oh wait, where is it? Yeah, this part right here was pulled over. And so when I put it in this Mylar, I kind of moved it over so I can help press it down, but it would need a good press before it looks better. There's nothing missing on the front, I don't believe, outside of just where the staples are, and there's a whole bunch of obviously spine text. So it's probably like a 2. And I don't even know how they grade it without the centerpiece missing. It's probably like a qualifying grade, so a green label. But I'm pretty stoked to have this. So even though these are like low grade copies, I mean, how can you say no to first appearance, Poison Ivy, and the first Silver Age, the Riddler? I'm just gonna. I like to just say how things are. I was able to get all 6 of these books. So I'll show these ones. This is the most important. These 3 and the 3 from the New 52 for $155 shipped, which is insane. I feel like for how good how much they're like key books. So I'm pretty stoked to have all of these books. Um, being a huge Batman fan, so I wish there was more people on. I don't know if it's because it's too late. Um, and this has been my first video. Hey, what's up, Bake the Snake? How's it going, man? Oh, 3 people on. Nice. What's up, everyone? I've been on here for about 15 minutes. I'll just quickly go back through everything. I'm 31. I'm a teacher. I'm actually a journalism teacher in Topeka. Been collecting since January of 2016. I got 4 small boxes and only like 7 slabs. So it's not like I don't have a huge collection. Big Batman, Flash, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles fan. Um, First book I remember reading as a kid was Batman 497. Had obviously, so when I got it, I had to have it slabbed as I got older. Like I said, first book I remember reading. What's up, Superpower Review? I think Karate Kevin is your name. I think that's you. Bake the Snake. What's up, TJ Watson? What's up? Your TJ Watson. Your collection is goals. Hashtag goals, man. For real. But anyways, this is Batman 497, first book I remember reading as a kid. Read it in the grocery store when I was younger. Yep, that's you. When my mom was going and looking at groceries. That's back when I had comic books at grocery stores. What's up, Discovery Bay Comics? So this is the first book I remember reading as a kid. Batman 497 is graded. I have mine graded CGC 9.6. I started collecting January of 2016. I started collecting because I was at work, and yeah, it is a iconic cover. I kept reading and reading. I don't know if you know anything about Azrael. This is off topic, but Azrael changed a suit, and it was all weird looking of all these colors. It's not a very I don't even look back and I don't think it's cool now, but as a kid, I thought it was awesome with all those colors and how he was just a different Batman. Anyways, when I started collecting again, I was at work and I saw these articles about this new Power Rangers comic that was coming out. And so I went and a new Ninja Turtles Batman crossover. So I had to go grab those for my LCS. And I have issue 0 Power Rangers. This is a second print signed by JDF. I went to Planet Comic Con last year and had him sign it. He's a super cool dude. I had my picture taken with him, and I was in better shape here. But he's super cool. And then TMNT and Batman crossover. I had this signed also by Freddie Williams. He was like literally the nicest guy I've ever met in my entire life. I had him sign my first issue of this and first issue of TMNT Batman #2. And he's like, why didn't you bring the rest of them? I would have signed them all. And I said, I don't know. I thought you'd only sign a couple. He's like, no, I sign everything you bring in. And I bought a poster from him, and he ended up giving me another poster for free. You've seen who a few times. I'm assuming Freddie Williams. Yeah, he's super cool. I want one of his commission covers for sure. Talked about some books that I got this week at my LCS. I got Flash 61 variants. Williamson's done a great job on Flash. I've read everything. I have all the Batman and Flash Rebirth issues, every single one of them. It's awesome. And then Heroes in Crisis #4 has been really good. This is the variant with the Aquaman's hand. They've been doing one of the different variant each time of like iconic memories. Okay, so you met Freddie Williams. Yeah, he's super cool. Batman and TMNT is what got you into comic books again. So me and Karate Kevin, we need to become best friends because we like the same stuff. Anyway, so every one of these Heroes in Crisis covers, they're doing a different iconic memory from a different person. So like issue 1 was Superman's death. Issue 2 was Bane breaking Batman's back. Issue 3, I believe, was Wonder Woman something. And then this issue 4 is Aquaman's where he loses his hand. Yeah, this variant right here is beautiful. I really liked the Matina covers. That Matina cover with the reverse flash is amazing. I love it. Um, I'll show these books that I got in a haul this week. Um, again, I bought another copy of Batman #1 from the New 52 because I already had one slab, but I wanted another like one to put in there for like a full reader's run copy. And I was only missing 3 issues right in the middle. So now I have issues 0 through 52 plus 4 annuals with these 3 books, 29, 30, and 31. So I've only read 1 through 20. So now I'll be able to read the rest probably this weekend, catch up, and I'll probably do a video on my thoughts on the New 52 Batman run because Batman's just the coolest and Scott Snyder's awesome. I didn't get to meet him, but like just being around him, like I was walking by and I waved to him, and he did this whole like, which I thought was cool. He was willing to take pictures. Everyone there that I saw at the con in KC last year, for the most part, was really cool. Okay, so these next 3 are the big ones, and I've shown them before, and I'll just do them real quick. Um, Batman 386, first appearance of Black Mask. This is near mint copy. It needs a press, but after a press, it's probably a 9.6, maybe a 9.4. I don't know how much they take off for. I don't know if you can see that one color break. Where is it? Yeah, right in his hat. The one color breaking spine tick. That is the only one that's color breaking. There's a couple more that need pressed out, but outside of that, that's this. Like if you look at the corners, they're like impeccable. So I don't know. I've had this one. I thought for sure I was going to get a 9.8, and it came back 9.6, and because I didn't see there was one non-color breaking line. Well, there was 3 non-color breaking lines, and I didn't see that, but it came back 9.6. I thought it was only 9.8, but whatever. Okay, the other 2 ones, real quick, since it's the second time I'm showing, I'm just gonna go real quick. Batman 171, first Silver Age of appearance of the Riddler. Really good, really fun book to read. So was this one. This one was really fun to read too. Cover's detached, so it's probably like a. You can see there's missing part. It's probably like a 1.0. I don't know how they grade that when it's. Yeah, you love this Riddler book, dude. It was a lot of fun to read. Like I don't normally like older books. Like I read them, I'm like, this is terrible. But it was fun. It was a fun book to read. This was made what 50 years ago, I'll just say. So he gets out of prison because it was the first time he went to prison was in Detective Comics 140, and Batman sent him there, and then he came out. You like that Riddler cover? Yeah, I love this Riddler cover. It's beautiful. He got out, and he wants to be the baddest villain for actually like all of them. They all want to be like the baddest villain, and he gets out, and he helps Batman take down this gang, and he's trying to prove to Batman that he's good now. Yeah, I know. I saw it in your video, but I think your cover's attached and mine is not. And he gets out and he's trying to prove that he's good, and he helps him put this gang away. But then he's slowly showing that he's a bad guy again, and Batman follows all his riddles and puts him away again. It's really good though. I really enjoyed it. This was really good too. I don't know if John missed this earlier. Batman 386, really fun read. I enjoyed both of these. And then the Batman 181, Poison Ivy, beautiful copy. There's barely anything missing on the cover. Yeah, there she is. The cover's attached. The staples are intact. It had a slight. There's still some, like a hole. Like if you open it up, you could see between the cover and the book. That's what's going to happen when you get older. But there's, yeah, every day you do learn a new key. I agree with that 100%. but the middle portion, the pinup, is missing, which sucks. But it's still a beautiful copy, especially after I put it in Mylar. It looks beautiful. The side, the the spine was kind of moved over. So when I put it in here, I kind of put it in here so kind of press it down a little bit. It looks a lot better now than before. But these are the three big ones. These two are pretty low grade. Probably this is probably a, I have no idea, 2.5, maybe a 3, but it's missing the pinup, so I don't even know how to fix that. This is probably like a 1, but I don't know. I don't know how to grade them. And then this is near mint copy for sure. It's my first YouTube live. Oh, wait, another person just joined. I'll show them again real quick. Batman 386, Batman 181, 171. These are the big books in my most recent haul. These are my grails. I love these books. I read them all within the last last day. I enjoyed all of them. Got Batman 29, 30, and 31. Now I have a full reader's copy of Batman from the New 52. I've read issues 1 through 20, but now that I got these 3, I can finish reading them all, and I'll probably do a video on my thoughts on the Batman New 52 run. My books this week: Flash 61 variant, Heroes in Crisis #4 variant. A couple of books I had signed when I first got into comics. Power Rangers issue 0, signed by JDF. TMNT Batman 1, signed by Freddie Williams. I had a photo taken with JDF. And then this is the first book I ever remember reading as a kid. Batman 497. Came back to 9.6 when I had it graded a while ago. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to my first comic video. If you go to my channel, you can see some other funny videos that I made for my daughter or different things in the past. But pretty stoked to have these 3 books for sure. If anyone's got any other affordable keys that they are, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Other affordable keys, that Batman keys that they think I can get, be awesome. Just put it in the comments or put it in the chat. I would love to know. I'm thinking about getting that. There's this guy, I think it's called Complete Your Collections, is selling a Batman 234. I think it's a first Silver Age Two-Face. Not sure, but it looks pretty good. I mean, the cover is detached, but outside of that, it looks just as good as this. And I think it's only selling for $40. I might go and order a copy of that. Thanks for tagging me, John, for how I collect. I talked about that earlier. I collect things that I like, things that are important to me, things that I remember as a kid. Power Rangers, Batman, Flash, Ninja Turtles, Wolverine, Gambit, all that stuff. I love it all. I'm probably going to do, like I said, a video on Batman for the New 52, my thoughts on it. I'm going to make a video on my LCS because it's a really good one. I enjoy going there, and everyone should support their LCS for sure. Was this loud enough? Could you guys hear me good enough? Because it's only showing 1 bar, and I feel like I'm talking plenty loud. So, but like I said, I'm going to make a video on my LCS, what stuff they have, how I look for books, their back stock. Sound was good. Okay, cool. All that stuff. And then I'm going to make some more videos on my favorite storylines. I'll probably make a video on when I go hunting to different places. It'll just be this will be just a channel about being a collector and what it's like and likes and dislikes and everything. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're not already following me, follow me on Instagram. What's the name of my LCS? It's Rockwood Comics in Manhattan, Kansas. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram, actually. if you go to my people that are following me and I'm following them, just click on there and you'll find Rockwood. There's really good stuff. I bought almost my entire collection from there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and follow me on Instagram, BurkeNasty54 Comics. If you're not already following, follow John's Comic with Friends, Bake the Snake, Discovery Bay Comics, TJ Watson, Superpower Review, which is Karate Kevin. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. All right, guys, have a good night.